for watercolor pencils, just in case if we want to do some precision work. To waken up the pigment. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to yet another session of watercolor portrait making. Well, as it is, I'm done with my basic sketching, and it's time for me to lift off some extra graphite that I've deposited on the sketch itself, because I don't want it to interfere with my colors, the pigment I'm going to deposit on the portrait. So I'd like to lift off some of it, because there is repetition of lines in certain places, and I can see it can rather impair the pigment I'll be depositing on the watercolor. Well, as it is, we can start off from anywhere. We can start off from the face or the background, but I just wanted to have you to look at this reference pic, and I can see here is suggestive of some golden yellow ochre color, but then I just want to give it a good contrast and give it a different background than which is in the picture. So I want to show some loose here also. So in that case, I'll be giving a background wash first of all, a good contrast which will make this portrait prominent. So it's time for me to give it some basic wash in the background and erase in certain places while it is wet, and I can show some hair flowing down, and that will be my primary objective right now. So let's go for it then. So to begin the beginning, I'm going to wet my surface just a little, not too much, and just taking full control of the paper, and making sure that I don't do too much of wetting of the surface. And if there are some patches left behind which are just dry, it always adds to the texture and to the painting, whatever we are doing. And right now, a portrait like kind of a thing, so I'll make sure that it's not too wet, and it's time we add some wash, and I'll be doing two colors, in fact mixing two colors, and the board is a little tilted, and I'll make it a point that it gives me a good contrast. Well, this is what exactly I wanted. some variation in intensity in certain places. And I'm gonna go for some more Persian blue here. So I won't go any further, but then I'll lift off some paint while it's wet to show some hair strands that will ease down my work. And now that my background is a bit dry, and I would like to give it a basic wash, except for the eyes and leaving certain portions of hair. I'll give it a basic wash in the places where I have this a yellow ochre kind of a tinge, and like to work on that further after it's dry. So let's do a basic wash, and before that, a little of water to dampen the surface so that there is a homogeneous spread of color on the paper, but care is to be taken there's not too much of water. Except for the eyes, eyeballs, that's it, because somewhere down the line the skin tone and the color of hair is almost the same. Basic skin tone. Oh yeah. So like to dampen it a little so that there is easy flow of the first wash. And this is the hand. Just a little dampness. And now for the light wash, which is going to be a bit more lighter when it dries up. Just a light wash. And before we go in for further detailing and giving it a second wash, or going in for hair, eyes or lips or brows, it's better that we dry it up and see the kind of tone it has attained, and try to bring out as much of the detail as possible. And it's always prudent, if we are working on left eye, then we work on the right eye at the same moment, so that the colors are similar and we are using the same shade or the pigment. And even though we have a darker side here, we can darken it up later on. But this is the beginning of giving the skin tones, and we'll steadily work it out. You have always got to be patient and spend some time on the portrait to bring out the detailing, and concentrate on the reference picture always, so that there is not much of the error and mistakes done while we are working on the portrait. Well, as it is, there is a little shade here on the nose as well. Very light. Very light strokes. Steadily going in for forehead. Releasing the pressure on the pencil, holding it here. Very light pressure on the pencil. Extremely light. Sometimes the pressure has to be so low, sometimes these strokes are not even noticeable, but then we have got to be patient and steadily work out the details and the skin tones and the values we are going in for. Now coming here, this is the beneath side of the nose, and there are some darker values. And now coming here, once again, some darker values here. Now coming here, some darker values, and on the right nostril as well. And then this is the place we have to darken it a bit. And this is the place Then we can go here, just a little value here. Then of course we'll go down, little value here beneath the lip. We can come here. Well, we won't take it to the extreme of the face because I can see there is a little line of light coming over here, over the chin and a side of the face. We'll leave it like that. Of course, we'll come here then, taking care not to touch the line here. It has got to be very light. Come over here again, the lower lip, just to enhance the curl of lower lip here. Yeah, of course. And then we can going in for some values here. A light suggestion of left cheek here, light suggestion. We can come here, and then we can come here also. Here, the shadow of here, giving a different skin tone here. And we can come here, the shadow of here, and we can come here. I'll work with another shade just to enhance the tones. very slowly and steadily we can just make the skin tone here, and we can always come back if we think the tones are light, and we can darken them again. And this is the place I think is a little dark. This place. And then this is the place I would like to darken it up. Because there are some shadows. And coming here. Here. And as I said, that we have an option of going in for wet colors, simple colors with brushes, or we can go in for pencil. Since we have gone in for watercolor pencils, we can just wet them up and see the skin tones coming up alive. But we have to take caution. We don't have to go in for a lot of water. We have to be very cautious with the brush now to make it smooth on the paper. This is what I'm talking about. Now with the touch of water, pigment coming alive. And we have got to be patient with brushing on this watercolor pencil, not to overdo things, not to apply too much of water. very steadily. And now by the time this face area is dry, we can work on here, the strands of here, steadily. Giving it the depth it needs. So once again, the touch of the brush here. To waken up the pigment. After having worked with the pencil. Very steady. in all a very different kind of experience than working with a wet paint. You always delve into this kind of technique. Very slowly and steadily. Well, this will be the modus operandi for rest of the portrait. We'll go on seeing where we have to apply more value, more color, more pigment, and work it out steadily. Working it out steadily with plain water. On already laid watercolor by pencils. I believe it gives a lot of control over the strokes and over the pigment that we want to lay on the portrait, and there is always a chance to go in for more pigment and more layering. Steadily working on the tones and trying to enhance the tones, skin tones. Simply applying water, plain water, over the strokes laid by watercolor pencils. Just trying to work it out steadily. Now laying the basic pink color of lips to be worked out later on with darker values of lip creases. This is just to set the basic tone. Now the time for applying plain water. So this is the basic pink. Leave certain portions like that. Cerulean blue. Just a touch of cerulean blue. Superimposed with a yellow color, it gives a feeling of green. That's what's going to happen now when I apply some water. Starting from the left eye. be done on the ice. I'll go with the Prussian blue, darkening it a little more. Prussian blue. And the periphery as well. Over to the brows. apply some more pigment, some more color. As it is, I'm not done with the portrait itself, because there are a lot of finer details to be given to the portrait, just like eyelashes. Then I have to do something with the lips and maybe a little of hair as well. Work here, showing some strands here. And now coming back at it and trying to finish it off with some deficiencies. I believe the color of lips here is a bit low down rather, and like to use some more touching. A fine liner brush, employing a fine liner brush. Well, I have this a mix of scarlet and crimson. And this white here is the paper white, left blank in the beginning. that's it about the lips, and go to the eyes, but let it dry a bit. And now let's come back here and do something on the pullover and lift off some paint here. You can easily do that with the help of a paper towel, but very steadily. Just a suggestion of a ribbed sleeve here. Now coming to eyelashes. Well, for that I'm going to employ a mechanical pencil 0.3 mm. It's worthwhile, but care is to be taken while we do it. The wall of eyelids has some thickness, and usually these eyelashes emanate from the outer side of the wall. Means if this is the thickness of eyelid, these will come out from this place, not from inner side of the eyelid. So we'll just start doing the lashes from here, and usually lashes come out in haphazard fashion like this. These have got to be very sharp, and taking care that the thickness of wall of eyelid is not compromised. Yeah, this is the way we do it. And since there is a layer of yellow ochre and some other shades also, it doesn't become visible whether this has been done by a graphite pencil or color. But of course, we can maintain the sharpness of eyelashes by doing this thing. And now we go to upper eyelid. some eyelashes going in upward direction and some coming a little down. We can maintain that. And we can do some enhancement of values here. Same is the case with the crease here, the eyelid crease. And let's go to the left eye now. Same thing. We have to do the lashes from outside of the eyelid, outer wall. Well, I am employing Grapho Gear 1000 0.3 mm, and this is 0.3 mm B. Just a little of repetition in certain places, just to make these eyelashes a bit dense, but not overdoing. And then we come here, do some enrichment here. And same is the case with the crease here, upper crease of eyelid, as it's done with the eyes, but then we can also sharpen the edges of eye here, just a bit. So this is it. We can say done, but then just a little more work, some hair strands here. We can give some touches of white watercolor to enhance the strands of hair.